Okay, we are good. We are live. We are good to go. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is RPL F1 Tier 2 Season 8, the starting of the Season 4 Tier 2. This is the 8th season under the Tier 2 banner and the 12th in RPL's racing history. So, welcome along, ladies and gentlemen. I am Ironwolf, and we have a unique field with new faces, returning drivers, and some familiar faces from other ventures. So, let us get this show on the road. So, last season, the finale wrapped up with Ferrari making their impact, with Lewis Walker winning that race, and the championships went to Red Bull's way. Red Bull winning the Constructors, and Tadpole becoming the Season 7 champion. But all eyes are on this new field, so let's take a look at our group. Now we have multiple individuals making their first appearances in RPL today. So let's kick it off. So we have, in the Williams, we have a newcomer, AMS Luca, brand new to the RPL driving list. A name that's quite familiar in RPL, FGE Stenner, a bit of a Tier 2 veteran. He is in the Alfa Romeo, AlphaTauri. I'm getting that mixed up. Anyways, first up is Shazbox in the Haas. Now, unfortunately, both Haas's, being Liam and Blugagi, Blugagi is unavailable to race tonight, and Leon, at this moment, is a no-show. Jacksta in the Red Bull was Tadpole's teammate for a chunk of last season, now flying solo without Tadpole. Let's see what Jacksta is capable of doing, who finished third in the driver's standings last season. ETSR Layton, Red Bull's co-team principal, is in the Alfa Romeo on loan for tonight. Bear in mind, this is because of one of the drivers, Fast Gerard, is unavailable, and he goes for a spin. Oh, it is his outlap, so no harm, no foul for now. Anyways, TTL Devil is another newcomer to the RPL list. He is in the Williams. Let's see what he is capable of doing. We have Bonkers 5, mainly a reserve initially for Ferrari Academy, but was moved up into Alfa Romeo because of Ty's unavailable to make the times anymore, so he is in his place. Fanflow in the Mercedes was mainly going to be in Red Bull for this season, but unfortunately, after word broke that he is going to Alfa Romeo F1 next season, he is out of the Red Bull seat, was in AlphaTauri, but then got moved to Mercedes. Lewis Walker, one of the running favorites in this season. He raced the final two races last season and won both of them. We'll see if he's willing to keep that streak going today in Ferrari. Lewis Piper, the other Red Bull. Now, you've seen him in the AlphaTauri last season in a couple races and appeared in RPL F1 as well. We have Owen. Now, moving up further up, we have FBL and Super Liam in the Aston Martins. FBL retained from last season. Liam moved from reserve in Ferrari Academy to Aston Martin. Jack SCFC in the McLaren. And then we have Owen, the Season 4 Tier 2 champion. He's in the Alpine. Then we have Marco which you have seen a few times in RPL F1 when he raced in Williams. Instinct in the Ferrari, finished second in the Drivers' Championship last season. And Lewis Walker has decided to put himself on top with a 17.369, 1.2 seconds ahead of Owen. Valkyrie on loan to Alpine. She's in the Alpine car. And then last but not least, Bourbon is in the Mercedes. So 18 drivers on this roster. And we have quite a few times already put in. So we have Lewis Walker, 17.359 for the kicking off. Again, 1.2 seconds clear of Owen, who's in second right now. Stenner is wrapped up in third right now with an 18.634. And that is the times for right now. Now, this is short qualifying with a 50% race going on for these opener for Tier 2. This is where things are going to get interesting. Let's see what Bourbon's got as he is on his way through on his time lap. Now Bourbon has had a few races on him in Ferrari last season, mainly raced in F2 season 15, where he is also on deck for that, and he goes up into P3 with a 17.935. And Jackson, by the way, also had a good lap, 17.504. That puts him second. Let's see what Lewis Piper has as he is in Sector 3 now. Now, Lewis Piper had some stints in RPL F1 and in Tier 2 last season in Alpha Tauri. Let's see what he's got in the Red Bull car as he comes out of the final corner. See what kind of a lap time he's looking to go for. It's looking to be pretty decent. And it is the fastest time of the event. 17.105. Wowee. We're on board with Valkyrie. Well, looks like Valkyrie just damaged her car. Yes, she has. So that's unfortunate there. We'll see what Fanflow actually. See what he's capable of. See what Fanflow's got as he's come down the final corner. Looks pretty decently good as he comes across the line. 17.558. That puts him fourth place. And with just over 9.5 minutes to go, anything's possible. Now we have two retirements. And we have two retirements in this qualifying session. We have Shazbox and Liam. Both are out of there. Let's see what we got here. And it looks like Wavy has graced our presence as Leighton just goes for a spin again. This time in the same spot that he spun out prior. Oh my. Well, let's see who just put a lap in. Looks like Marco. Marco put in a time, 18.997. That puts him up into 9th place for right now. So currently drivers that are sending a lap right now, we have AMS Luca, who's invalidated his lap, so he's got to go again. But we have Instinct. Instinct last season, second in the Drivers' Championship. He's hoping for a potential championship run this season. Only time can tell. Now, Instinct like I said, Instinct, this is his third season. Oh my, he just went for a spin. Actually, I am sorry. This is his fourth season. Oh, wait, no. Sorry. 5. This is his fifth season in Ferrari for RPL Tier 2. He was in it in Season 4, where he finished 5th. He was in it for Season 5, got 6th, got 4th. Was in it in Season 6, finished 3rd. And last season, Season 7, 2nd place. So each year that Instinct was on for there, he was actually showing improvements every season. Well, it looks like Luca just went for a spin, as Leighton, Wavy, and Valkyrie are back out for a new run. Let's see. Now, Wavy, by the way, if you're curious, why is he in McLaren? Well, as Lewis Walker just went fastest now, taking Lewis Piper's spot. So it's the battle of the Lewises, pretty much, at this moment. Wavy, now, back to what I was mentioning about Wavy. Now, he was the team principal of Mercedes. Unfortunately, he was removed from that power. Groggers, aka George, has taken over as team principal of Mercedes. Jack, who is the lobby host for this event, he is the co-team principal, and Wavy was shown the door and was out of a seat until Festive Jim Bob offered him a run, and he has done so, and that is Red Bull, McLaren, as one of his sister cars. Valkyrie has crashed out of the fast chicane, and Wavy has invalidated his lap. So that's 3 retirements so far. Now, I noticed Shazblox crashed in the final corner. Valkyrie crashed in the fast chicane. I don't know where Liam crashed. Devil has called it. Yeah, Devil has called it, but Leighton is off on the run now. Now he has a time and actually made it through the just before the penultimate corner without spinning. And here he comes across the line. It's not going to be looking good. It's the slowest right now with a 25-27. That's the slowest time right now on Leighton's part. So right now, only 3 drivers have yet to set a lap. That being AMS Luca, Instinct, and Wavy. Those 3 have yet to set a lap. We've had 3 retirements: Shazblox, Valkyrie, and Liam. Well, I believe they crashed it. Yes, they have. We did confirm that. And it looks like, okay, so Devil also crashed too. But in Liam and Devil's case, they both set lap times, so they are looking decently okay for the time being. But looks like for those 2, if FBL, Leighton improved their times, and Luca and Wavy and Instinct set laps that are better than theirs, by looks of it, the worst positions that Liam and Devil will be at is, well, 17th and 16th. That's the worst positions that they will be. But for right now, 1 second. Oh, Wavy is actually back out on the track. Luca is just about to start his time. Time lap. Instinct is coming back out onto the circuit, I think. Yes, he has. So let's take a look at our newcomer, AMS Luca. And he's invalidated immediately out of turn 2. So AMS Luca is just invalidating every lap he's done. Every time we have our eyes on Luca, he's already invalidated the lap. It seems turn 1 and 2 is Luca's Achilles heel right now. Everybody's coming out except for Stenner. As we're approaching our last 90 seconds, as we just saw something happen to something just happened to Stenner, I think. Yeah, something happened to him because we just caught him just going for a spin. Not sure how, but anyways, Wavy, he'll be the first one to get a lap time in. Looks like next up to cross the line to start his final lap is going to be Instinct. Now Wavy, unfortunately, he may run into traffic because everyone is bunching up to set a time to get a lap time done. It says make room to go for a lap, so Wavy is gonna run into traffic. Well, this is probably gonna hinder his time, as Leighton has crashed out after putting in a 25-27. So that's 14th at the moment for him. But here comes Wavy. That Ferrari moved out of the way. Luca is out, so no time for Luca. There comes Wavy, and he goes 11th, 19,176. Now all eyes are on as Stenner has crossed the line to start his final lap. It looks like someone has gone for a spin. Not sure what happened, but it is a Mercedes, so we don't know if that's Fanflow or Bourbon that had an issue. But here comes Instinct now, the last driver to set a lap. And the checker flag's already fallen. And here it comes across the line, and it is 5th fastest, 620. Let's see who's up next. We got Owen, 7th place right now. And he stays 7th, even with that improvement. Next up is Lewis Piper, and he goes into the 16s. A very quick time by Lewis Piper. Next up, Jack SCFC, 9th fastest. Next up, Bonky comes across the line, stays 10th fastest. Fan Flow. And oh no! Lewis Walker invalidates. So that gives pole to Lewis Piper. Bourbon is invalidated too. And FBL into the pits. That concludes qualifying. Lewis Piper has secured pole position for Tier 2 Season 8's first race. I didn't see how much of an improvement Lewis Walker was doing. But I mean, it was gonna be a battle of the two Lewises, to say the least. So there it is. Lewis Piper, Lewis Walker, and Jacksta is the top 3 after qualifying. Now we will be moving on to the main race, and we'll be taking a peek to see what everybody is going to be having for setups for a strategy calls. And oh no! Speaking of the pole sitter just got kicked, just got booted out. So let's get him back. Hopefully he'll be able to take control. Wait, I can't find him. That ain't good. Oh. Bit late to figure that out. So letting the lobby host know to try to get Lewis Piper back. But anyways, so the 5 lights are gonna come on. So let's get her started. And, well, Lewis Piper's AI just disappears. Runs off into the distance. So net lead goes to Lewis Walker. And we got a crash right behind out of the gate immediately. That is Jack SCFC, who's gone for a spin right out of the gate. Right now, Lewis Walker is leading the charge ahead of Jacksta, but Bourbon putting in a shot onto Instinct. Instinct slips and slides, but manages to regain car control. Bourbon takes advantage of the slip and slides and is up into P5. Instinct falls to P6. Bonky gets us slightly ahead of Owen, Marco, and the Alfa Romeos are there, and it looks like, oh boy, and say goodbye and say goodnight to Valkyrie. Valkyrie, first car out. And we have a VSC to kick it off. Well, by the looks of it, Lewis Piper, his AI got a good advantage running off when the lights went out while everyone else was waiting on it. But anyways, once we cross the line and we'll go back under green conditions, the top 10 right now it is Lewis Walker, Jacksta, Fanflo, Bourbon, Instinct, Bonky, Owen, Marco, Devil, and Luca. Top 10. Lewis Piper has rejoined as Jack SCFC is just spent the pits. Stenner involved in the pits as well. Those two are going to be falling back to the back of the field for the time being. And Leighton has crashed. And that is right on the mini straight of turn 2. And there is Devil in there too. Anyways, gotta get that figured out. But anyways, Leighton and Valkyrie are both eliminated already, and we just begun the third lap. So DRS is now enabled. Well, let's take a look at the tires that everybody's got at the start of this event. So Jack SCFC, and oh, Jackson's gone for a spin. Oh no! Oh my! And Jacksta, no wing. That is super unfortunate. Jacksta, I believe, was in the top 3 when something went horribly wrong, and that is super unfortunate for him. Anyways, let's take a look at the tires here. So Devil, Stenner, and Jack SCFC have swapped tires. Look at the tires. Okay, so Lewis Piper, Bonky, Luca, Wavy, Liam, and Stenner are on the medium compound tires to kick it off, while everybody else is on the hards, and Bonkers has gone for a spin in the chicane. He's going to have to get the car going, or else he's going to risk being disqualified. Well, he's back up and going, but falls back to 14th place. And we're back underway in this event. Now Lewis Walker has taken the lead, has a 2-second lead over the third place car, now second place car, that being Fanflow. Lewis Piper trying to get back into the race. Reason for it is because Lewis Piper, he did rejoin, but unfortunately he could not take control of his car. So unfortunately he's right now stuck in AI for the time being. And the more time he is stuck in AI, the more opportunity the other drivers can do to get an advantage and get back into it. Bonky's into the pits. He is out of the event. Bonky out on his Alfa Romeo debut, and Bourbon flies up into third place, gets himself DRS, which is nice for him. And unfortunately, until Lewis Piper comes back, well, Red Bull, unfortunately, is in dire straits right now. As Lewis Piper having issues coming back into the lobby, and Jacksta crashed in turn 2. Super unfortunate to say the least there. But now let's go on board with Instinct, who is in pursuit of Bourbon and Fanflow. As Lewis Piper has come back, looks like Jack SCFC has gone for a spin. And the Alpha Tauris of Stenner and Marco just switched positions in the DRS zone. Instinct is in pursuit of Bourbon. We'll switch over to Bourbon. And there is Fanflow right ahead of him. Fanflow is going to be trying to get back into it, and looks like we have confirmation. Looks like we may have confirmation. I believe Lewis Piper has taken car control back, and he is back in action. Meanwhile, we have a battle that could be coming up, as we have Liam chasing down Wavy. This is for 8th place between these two. Well, just waiting to see if Lewis does have car control, and Stenner is in the penalty club for the first time. Oh no. Looks like Lewis is dealing with the same issue that plagued Jacob in F1 a few weeks ago. And Jacksta has taken the fastest lap. Unfortunately, he is in the back of the field. He's at the back of 13th place. Now Instinct hunting down Bourbon. This is the fight. This is the fight there, but looks like we have a safety car. So Instinct was about to make a move, but unfortunately, Jack SCFC crashes at the chicane exit, and that is going to really hamper things. As it looks like Bourbon has decided to come in. So no go for him to get out those hards. He's like, I don't like these hards anymore. Get me on something else. And he's done so onto the medium tires. Owen, AMS Luca doing the exact same thing. But it looks like everyone else has decided they're not going to go for it. And looks like Bourbon is going to come out behind Liam. Well, so it looks like maybe Mercedes team orders could probably play a factor in the beginning. Looks like we found out the reason Leighton was knocked out is because of an incident with one of the Williams. We did catch it earlier on that. We did see TTL Devil involved in there. So it looks like Leighton has some issues with Devil. And it looks like everything is back under control. So here we go. So our first safety car. Uh-oh, that's Shazbox spinning. That's really unfortunate. So Shazbox spins under the safety car, loses a position to AMS Luca. So let's take a look at our new top 10 for right now. So looking at our top 10 at this present time, we have Lewis Walker leading the event. Fan Flow is sitting in second. Instinct is third. Hopefully Lewis Piper will get back in. We are crossing, the field has crossed the line. They're entering lap number, they just completed lap 7 of 29. So, this moment, let's see if I got him. Safety car is in this lap, but anyways, so Lewis Piper is there. Oh, well, Liam just went off the track. Well, so Bourbon is in 5th. Owen 6, Lucas 7, Shazbox 8, Center 9. Liam went up way out the track. He's in 10th. Looks like Lewis might be back in control. Possibly, I don't know. Yep, he is back in control. Lewis Piper back in it, by looks of it. Yep, he is back in it. As Lewis Walker takes off, Fan Flow trying to stay in pursuit. Instinct caught off guard. It looks like Bourbon might be making a move, looking for a move on Lewis Piper, who has finally rejoined him back in. And we're back on the way in Australia. Oh, he's gone off! Lewis Piper way off the track. Oh my! has gone way off. Oh my. Oh boy. Shazblox just crashes. Just lost complete control for unknown reason. And Lucas crashed too. There he is there. That's out of turn 5. We've seen turn 5 point multiple victims before in F1. No safety car as of now. But Lewis Piper, unfortunate, just goes wicked wide. I guess the car gave him back control at the worst possible time. And looks like Instinct clears Fanflow to get second place. And so does Bourbon. Bourbon clears Fanflow. Fanflow had a mishap. More and more positions changing around. We have Wavy clearing Marco. Here comes Devil on the inside against Marco. This is a fight for the last points position. And they're bumping and banging. Let's go on board with Jacksta, who's thought about going 3 wide. And Jacksta switches with Marco to take it. And Lewis Piper has to retire from the event. Oh my. So one Red Bull out. One Red Bull out, one Red Bull out of the points. Red Bull not having a disastrous start, to say the least. Marco trying to fight with Devil. He couldn't get it done. Now Jacksta takes over. Is now in pursuit of Devil to go for 10th place. Further up, looks like Bourbon just cleared Instinct, get himself into second place, but Instinct may not want it. Is not looking to give up so easily as Lewis Walker just gets into the penalty club for exceeding track limits. Oh my. And Lewis Piper, reason for retiring, brake failure. So brake failure for Lewis Piper. That is super unfortunate to say the least. Well, now DRS is now enabled as Lewis Walker has a 3-second penalty, and he's gonna have to break a 3-second tow from Bourbon in order to keep the position that he is in. Right now, Bourbon 2.4 seconds, and that gap is just sitting at a constant. Meanwhile, a bit further back, Liam being chased down by Wavy. That's for 8th place between these two. Wavy and Liam have a little bit of a history from their F2 days. Maybe occasional in F1 Tier 2. And these two are looking to really do some damage, to go for some damage, to say the least. As we move on, as Jacksta decides to say, nope, you ain't fighting Liam, I'm taking it, and jumps into 9th. Meanwhile, Fanflow with DRS in pursuit of Wavy, but unfortunately not close enough. Here comes Jacksta again, onto Liam this time, going for 8th place now. Jacksta all by himself for the Red Bull Academy, as Lewis Piper had brake problems and decided to retire from the race because of these brake problems. Now Jacksta, all on his lonesome, he's up into 8th now after having 2 incidents prior. Oh man, we're not even halfway through the first race of the season, and I'm already becoming at a loss for words. As Devil is now in the penalty club. Oh my. Wow. This race is already showing a lot of ups, a lot of downs. It's just high octane intensity all over the place. Just admitting that. And we're on board with Fanflow, who is trying to reel in Instinct to get into. He's still in DRS. He's just trying to get it close enough to go for a shot and make that move. And Jacksta makes FBL look like nothing. He's up into 7th place. The next driver to go after, well, it's the AlphaTauri, Stenner. I know easily once Jackson catches up to Stenner, Stenner is just gonna say, "Hey man, I'll help you. I'll let you through. I'll help you get back some major points." That's probably what Stenner will do for the team orders of Red Bull Academy. Now, Wavy was battling Marco. He's back up into the points. He did fall to 11th. Now, unfortunately, Marco is gonna have to try to recoup some of that loss that he's had prior. Marco raced in Williams in F1 for 2 races. Now it's decided to go, yeah, I might as well go with Tier 2. Give Tier 2 a shot. Well, Marco, we can easily say with this high-octane chaos and messes, welcome to RPL F1 Tier 2, buddy. Fight between Liam, Wavy, and Marco, and now looks like to be a 4-way with Devil getting himself involved. This looks like to be the big battle at this present time. This is towards the back half of the points. Looks like Marco tried to go for a move, was sneaking a peek on Wavy, but no go. Marco has DRS, but so does Wavy. Liam, all on his own. He's thinking like, what am I going to have to do? Oh, never mind. Wavy goes for a spin. To the back of the field you go. Well, that'll breathe some sigh of relief for Liam, but now he's got Marco and Devil to deal with. And Fanflow's in the penalty box. Seeing track limits, I believe that is for turn 2. Now, in regards to track limits, turns 1, 2, 5, 10, and 11. Those 5 corners are notorious for track limit warnings and penalties. Mainly, your most notorious ones is turns 1, 2, and 11. That is your most notorious, as Liam just goes for a spin out of turn 5. And he's still going, and it looks like he's got no damage. So Liam manages to escape certain death. In turn 5. Now Lewis Walker, he is successfully cleared. He's successfully clear of Bourbon, staying 3 seconds ahead of Bourbon and staying in the run. Now, however, Bourbon is on fresher medium compound tires, as he has not pit. He already had a pit stop on him. He pit under the first safety car. Now, Lewis, Instinct, and Fanflow, they have not pitted yet. So this could work in Bourbon's favor, to say the least. Now, looking at the penalties here, Devil, Marco have 3 seconds. Stenner has 6 seconds. Fanflow and Lewis Walker 3 seconds. FBL has a 5-second because he ignored yellow flags, so he passed somebody illegally under the safety car. And he's got a 5-second for that. Meanwhile, let's take a look and see what other fights are going on. Yep, this Jaxa already passed Stenner. Now Jaxa's got to have a long way to go to catch up to the 5th place car, that being Owen. 7.4 seconds between Owen and Jaxta. That is for 5th place. Now Fanflow is still maintaining DRS with Instinct, and Instinct just can't seem to shake. That Mercedes off. Unfortunately, Instinct is not keeping up with Bourbon, so Instinct may fall victim to it as we go further back, as Marco has caught up to FBL. This will be a fight for 8th place, as looks like as FBL does a one weave action to try to break the toe that Marco has, but it's not working, as Marco is trying to put a fight in, looked for an opportunity, has decided to wait. He's He's going to wait a little bit to make another move later on in this lap. Now, if you're just joining us, we are in this is RPL F1 Tier 2, Season 8. This is the season opener in Australia. We've had 7 drivers DNF so far in this event. And it looks like TTL Devil has gone for a spin in turn 7. That puts Wavy back into the points. And it looks like Marco tried to sneak a move onto FPL, but FPL says no dice. You're gonna have to work hard to get past me, as he's got it into DRS. ERS fully wide open, and now side by side into the corner. And FPL, a little touch between the two, and FPL somehow, some way, stays in 8th place. But Marco is not willing to back down. He doesn't want to quit. He's gonna try it again, as FPL is going for another weave motion to try to throw Marco off, but it is not working. As Marco is trying again, he's gonna be much closer this time. He might go for a shot into turn number 3, and no, FPL just keeps the shoulders wicked wide and keeps Marco behind. This thrilling battle for 8th place. FPL is putting on a storm to say the least. Holding up Marco. So FPL holding on against a Williams F1 guy. I mean, Williams, it's not that big of a team, but there it is. There's the shot there on the inside as Marco finally gets clear, as Lewis Walker is into the pits to get off those hard compound tires onto the new set of mediums, and Fanflo has responded to it as well. Now Marco does stay ahead, and he is off and away into 8th place, and there's Lewis Walker right behind Jacksta. So Jacksta moves up into 4th, but might not last for long. And Fanflo has come out as well. Now Lewis Walker was the leader. He came out in 5th place. Fanflo came in 4th. He's now in 7th. Now Instinct is now got the DRS of Bourbon. Now Instinct has yet to pit. Bourbon has pitted earlier. He pitted on lap 7. I wonder if he is willing to be able to do 22 laps on those those medium compound tires. Can he do that? I mean, it is doable. We've seen Owen do it. We've seen Owen do over 20 laps on a medium set. So it is possible. And Instinct is going in. So that gives Bourbon free reign. And I will put Owen in the 2nd, Jackson in the 3rd. And Lewis Walker will be in 5th. I'll see if Instinct is willing to get out ahead of Fanflo. Fanflo's in the penultimate corner now. And Stenner has come in. There's Lewis Walker out onto the track. And Instinct gets a good jump ahead. And he is way ahead of Instinct. So the undercut that Fanflo attempted on Instinct has not worked. And Instinct is now 3.1 seconds ahead of Fanflo. Now Stanner has come out, and he's in 10th place, just behind Wavy Knife right now. And Lewis Walker now has caught Jacksta, and this is a fight. This is basically the fight for 3rd place. As Marco has gone spinning in turn number 5, but it's still going on. But it's still going. Here comes Lewis Walker, making a move, and goes up for a long shot on the outside, and he gets it done and secured. Lewis Walker takes 3rd place, and Bourbon's back in. This is a surprise. Bourbon was on the hard tires to start. He gone onto a set of mediums, now onto another set of mediums. So So Bourbon has decided to has gone for a two-stop strategy. Well, this is an interesting call. This is an interesting strategy call. The question is, will it work? As Instinct gets slightly caught off because of Bourbon coming out. And Instinct just decided, nope, I'm not going to get stuck behind you for right now. I'm going to go ahead of you. And he does so. That's 4th place for right now. That puts Owen in the lead. So Owen's got to feel quite confident with himself. Let's see, and yeah, he has pitted. He's on 13 lap old mediums. Now, I know Owen. He did a lengthy medium stint in F1 Australia. Now, I know him. He's probably going to be willing to do a lengthy stint on these medium tires for this one. I wouldn't be surprised. However, Lewis Walker set the fastest lap of the race. He is 4.3 seconds behind, and that lead is dropping pretty significantly. And Owen is coming across the line. As Lewis Walker will come across, 3.9 is the separation. Let's see how much of a separation it'll be in the next lap. Now, at the moment, our next battle looks like it's going to be Stenner and Wavy. This is a fight for 8th place. Looks like we have a spin. Nope, that's not a spin. Not sure what happened there, but anyways, Wavy loses a spot there. That might be it. Oh, that's why. It was FBL. FBL had a spin. That's what happened. Looks like FBL had a slight spin. That's why Stenner and Wavy are caught up so quickly. As we move on, here's Fanflo. Now, Fanflo had an undercut, so he is on a couple lap old medium tires. Bourbon is on very fresh medium tires. Instinct is also on fresh mediums, same as Fanflo, just a lap quicker than Fanflo. Let's see if Instinct is willing to regain some of it. And looks like, by the way, Owen over Lewis, 1.8 seconds now. So right around the line, almost a 2-second disadvantage between Owen and Lewis Walker. So Lewis Walker, within the next lap or so, will catch Owen. Now he is way clear ahead of Jacksta with that 3-second penalty. So he will be safe at this present moment. And now Instinct's in the penalty club. That's not good. That's out of turn 5. And that's one of the areas that I mentioned is prone to track limit warnings and penalties. And Lewis Walker with the DRS. He says, "Hello, Owen. I am here." And once these guys cross the line, we were on lap 22. We'll be finishing lap 22 at 29. That means 7 laps to go. Owens decided to just play the game, and maybe not. He's just let Lewis Walker by. Lewis Walker is back in the lead in this Australian Grand Prix. Now Owen, he's got a 5-second lead over Jacksta, and with 6 seconds left to go, and with 6 laps to go, anything's possible. I mean, what do you guys? Maybe Owen for 2nd or 3rd place in his first Tier 2 race after his championship run. Anything's possible. Anyways, Bourbon is losing. Speaking of also with time, Bourbon is losing time to Instinct. Bourbon's losing time to Instinct while Fanflo's sitting at a constant right behind him. Well, maybe not. Bourbon's looks like Bourbon in some corners is losing time, while in others he's gaining time. So anything's likely by the looks of it. Now these two, now Fanflo, as we ought to mention, like said, now Fanflo is going to F1 next season. He'll be racing in Alfa Romeo. Now Bourbon, by the way, this is also a one-season deal in Tier 2. He is going to Alpha Tauri F1 next season, partnering with last season's champion, Tadpole. So quite a few people being moved around, to say the least. Now, any of the other drivers that are in this list, those are literally the only two that we know that are. So the Mercedes pair, Bourbon and Fanflo, they are both in Mercedes for Tier 2 this season. Again, on a one-season deal. And they are going to be going to different academies next season for F1. Again, Bourbon to Red Bull Academy, racing in Alpha Tauri, and Fanflo going to Ferrari Academy, racing in Alfa Romeo. Looks like Instinct has hunted down Jacksta. Now, even if Instinct does get past Jacksta, he has to get a 3-second gap between them, and with time running out, well, it's basically crunch time for Instinct right now. He is looking for a shot, but Jacksta putting the shoulders wide and out to keep Instinct back. Now, given with the penalties right now, Instinct is going to fall to 5th place right now. So it's not what Instinct is looking for because of those track limit warnings and penalties. It's not what he wants, but it's better than nothing, to say the least. But Instinct really would love to finish ahead of a Red Bull on track. It is the only Red Bull. Remember, Lewis Piper had lobby problems, and the game not just being a total jerk and not let him back in first couple times. And when he did finally come back, brake issues. Anyways, Instinct looking on the inside. Jackson puts a squeeze on him to keep him behind. I mean, yeah, it's hard racing. It's hard racing, but it is legal. It's hard racing, but legal. Instinct staying on him, and that also gets Bourbon and Fanflo involved. This is a slight mini DRS train between these four cars. And they are reeling in Owen, too. Now Owen's going to have to be looking in his rear view, thinking, oh boy, I got a train heading my way. So, I'm thinking in Owen's case, he's thinking, I just need to stay as far ahead as possible, because I would love nothing more than to have a second place in this Tier 2 race. That is probably in Owen's mind right now. Looks like Fanflo just got himself another track limit penalty, so that's not good. And the Mercedes looks like Mercedes are looking to fight. Mercedes are fighting. I mean, literally, Fanflo is just pushing Bourbon. It's like, come on, let's get going, let's get moving. Bourbon's playing it safe because he knows about Instinct's penalty. I mean, in Bourbon's case, he would love to get past Jacksta, because he would love to have a third place finish. Now, at the moment, looking at it with my driver of the day pick, I mean, I'll be straight up honest, despite the moves and shakes and everything, I say in my opinion, for driver of the day candidacy, it's going to be Jacksta. Because the guy had not one, but 2 malfunctions in this race, and he's recovered from both of them and he's sitting in third place. Now looking for second. Because there's Owen right there on the onboard. So it is a 5-train horse race for second place right now. And with 2.5 laps to go, Owen's going to have to go wicked wide. He's going to have to go wicked wide to keep these guys behind. As we're on board with Jacksta. And there's Instinct. Hello. Where did he come from? Oh, contact. Oh, no. We got a crash. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, man. That is not good. I think by the looks of that, because there is that slight kink in that corner there, I think Instinct inadvertently squeezed Jacksta in, and I think squeezed a little too much. So that could possibly be on Wavy, to say the least, as Owen is fighting Fanflo. And Fanflo gets ahead, but Fanflo has 6 seconds of penalties though. And with only a lap and a half to go, Owen is looking at a podium regardless. Oh my, that is just really awful. I mean, Jacksta and Instinct, Jacksta was looking to really finish out that race. And then, oh man, that was just an awful incident right there. But I hate to say it, but from what I saw, that looked to be on Instinct. He squeezed just slightly too much, and it just ended both Instinct and Jacksta right there. So that is extremely unfortunate there. So Red Bull, the perennial runners in numerous seasons, is going to start Season 8 with no points on the board. They're going to start Season 8 with no points on the board. And Mercedes are going to be leading Constructors Honors in this opening race. As we're on the final lap of this Grand Prix, as Lewis Walker, who had a 3-second penalty, is now looking to win. Is going to go 3 in a row, and he has successfully put Liam a lap down. Now you know Liam is a lap down. He's 10th place, so Liam will get a point. Well, carnage, craziness, drama, wild action. We just had everything but the kitchen sink in the opening race. And as he comes out of the final corner, he won Brazil, he won Abu Dhabi. He's going to go 3 in a row. Lewis Walker wins the Australian Grand Prix. Liam lap down, crosses the line in 2nd and 10th place. Here comes Bourbon. His first race back in Tier 2 after going to reserve. He finishes 2nd. Fanflo will cross the line to finish in 3rd, but Owen will take that 3rd place spot because of penalties. Fanflo will fall to 4th. Now let's see what's next here. Okay, so it is going to be Stenner. Stenner is going to come across the line to claim 5th place. Wavy, by the way, had a bunch of wild moments. He's going to finish in 6th. Marco will come across the line to finish in 7th. Devil will be in 8th, I think. No, Devil's going to lose 8th to FBL. But Wavy Knight crosses the line in 6th. Wavy Knight will be 7th. Now, Devil will be crossing the line on track in 8th, but because of extra penalties, FBL is going to steal 8th place. Excuse me. There it is. Devil in 8th, crosses in 8th, but FBL will take the honors of it. Oh, man. That was just really suckish. Oh man. I mean, we saw a good fight. I mean, I was really hoping for Jaxta to come out on top. Unfortunately, an incident has plagued it, so that is super unfortunate. But Lewis Walker, congrats on a win there to get his third straight win in F1 Tier 2. Good work to Bourbon to finish in second, and Owen to get third is pretty nice as well. Well, I think because of him going lengthy on that stint. Well, there's also Bourbon too. He chanced a two-stop and he got second place. So it's Bourbon and Owen. It's got to be one of those two. Those two are, I believe, are good candidates for driver of the day in my opinion. But there it is. So Lewis Walker is the winner. Bourbon second. Owen third. Fanflub 4. Stenner in 5th. Wavy 6. Marco 7. FBL 8, Devil in 9, and Liam in 10th place. Then we had our DNS of Instinct, Jaxa, Piper, Luca, Shazblocks, Jack, Bonkers, Leighton, and Valkyrie. So, quite a lot of basically half the field DNF'd in this event. Very unfortunate there. But anyways, but yeah, so that will conclude the stream for Tier 2 for today. Now, this weekend is where things is going to get very interesting. So this weekend for F2, we will be kicking off our Season 16 opener. Our Season 16 opener will be kicking off tomorrow with Bahrain. I will be on deck to host, to stream that event, and fingers crossed I might be there. I might be able to stream F1. Fingers crossed I should, but F1 tomorrow night is also going to be kicking off its second half of the season with its first race in Hungary at Budapest. So, from RPL Streams this time, I will say good night. Have a good one.